Hey there everyone, welcome back to the guide. Next up in the series, we're going to be taking a look at what's required to get into the Shadow Temple. If you've been following along through the playlist, you probably saw us just complete the bottom of the well, which is what I call the Child Spooky Dungeon, and it is now time to move on to the Adult Spooky Dungeon. You're going to be watching me move on to the Temple of Time here, and if you have Din's Fire, you can actually at this point just become adult, but unfortunately in my playthrough here, I have yet to collect Din's Fire, which is something that you need to have in order to get into the Shadow Temple. Luckily, it's not too far away from the Temple of Time here, so we're just going to dip on outside and go ahead and pick that up. This is actually going to be in the Hyrule Castle area, and this is something that you can actually pick up quite early on in your playthrough of Ocarina of Time. In the video leading up to the bottom of the well, we collected magic for the first time, which is pretty late in a playthrough of this game, of course, but I mentioned that you can get that upgrade as early as the end of Dodongo's Cavern, or even actually in the middle of it. You just have to get bombs. You would have to leave the dungeon in the middle of it in order to do that, though. But funny enough, this Great Fairy over here pretty much has the same requirement. So we got a boulder over here, and we're just going to use the bombs that we collected from Dodongo's Cavern ages ago. We'll go ahead and pop that open and go on inside and collect our first spell. If you're like me here and you've yet to collect Din's Fire, maybe you've never seen it, Din's Fire is a huge area of effect. It's a big attack spell. Spawns a giant fireball. Deals a bunch of damage in a tremendous area. Unfortunately, in this clip here, we're just going to be using it to light a bunch of torches. But it's still going to be kind of cool. Of course, just like before, we stood on the Triforce on the ground there and played Zelda's Lullaby. And now we got Din's Fire. So anyway, sorry if you already have collected this upgrade. Like I said, it's something that you can collect pretty early on in your game. And maybe you stumbled upon this a long time ago and you didn't need to see all that. So thank you for sticking with me on that one. But anyway, now from here, it's pretty much just a straight shot, sort of, for the most part. We get to go back to the Temple of Time. Luckily, I had Prelude of Light this time. And we'll be turning back into Adult Link. And from there, we'll be just heading to Kakariko for the most part. We're going to be seeing a pretty cool cutscene there. And the two requirements for this cutscene, I believe, are finishing the Water Temple and then entering Kakariko Village through the main gate, like the front gate of Kakariko Village. It's kind of funny, in the bottom of the well approach video, we entered Kakariko Village after we beat the Water Temple, of course, and it started raining as if the cutscene was going to play, but we actually were coming through Kakariko from Death Mountain Trail, so I think that's why the cutscene didn't play there. So it's kind of funny and kind of lucky for me. But here we go. As we enter the village here, we're going to see a lot of the buildings on fire. And over in front of the well over here, we'll find Sheik. And this dark shadow is going to come out of the well and throw Sheik around. And by the end of it, Link's going to kind of get his butt kicked too. Some dark television static there. And here as the cutscene is sort of winding down, Sheik will teach us the Nocturne of Shadow. This is a pretty cool song because it's kind of the key, in a way, to getting into the Shadow Temple. We still, at this point in the game, don't even know where the temple is. But by playing this song, it's gonna show us, and it's kind of cool where we end up. Sheik disappearing like a ninja there, as always. We're kind of getting down to the wire. There's not really going to be a whole lot of those left. There's still a few more temples, though. And as soon as we're able to get control of Link again, we can immediately play the Nocturne of Shadow. And it's so fun to teleport to somewhere, not even really knowing where you're going. But here we are. We got a title card that says the Graveyard. And look at that. We are actually above the graveyard. If you were to hop over that fence there and drop down, you would be in the graveyard area. So this temple was here the whole time. We didn't really know about it. Coming down here, we're going to see a giant stone door with a creepy eye on it, and a bunch of torches. We're arranged in a circle here. Don't try to light all these with like fire arrows or Deku sticks. You're going to have a really hard time. So make sure to use Din's Fire, and the door to the Shadow Temple will be open for you. So in any case, that's how you get into the Shadow Temple. Thank you so much for watching. Coming up next will be the Shadow Temple itself. Hope you stay tuned for it, and I'll see you in the next one.